Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another gameplay impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Skyforge for the PC. Now, this was actually sent to me by the fine folks at my.com, who are the people behind the development of this title, so that I could give it a look and tell you guys my opinions on it. And for those of you who don't know, Skyforge is an upcoming free-to-play MMO. Now, I usually don't tend to play a lot of free MMOs. I know I've done so in the past, but these days I kind of tend to steer clear of them, mostly because I just don't have enough time to devote to MMOs. But still, I like, you know, dipping my toes every now and then and checking them out. Why can't I pick up this item? Well, it's closed beta. That's the other thing. I don't think I mentioned that at the start of the video, but this is closed beta, so whatever you guys see here might change in the future. And we still don't know exactly what is going to be in the item shop, which obviously is a very important portion of when you are talking about a free-to-play MMO. Now, right now, we are in a region zone. I will show you guys a couple of different zones later down the line, but let's just say region zones work very similar to Guild Wars 2 zones, if you guys remember Guild Wars 2, where essentially you have a bunch of quests that you can do. There's a bunch of players roaming around through the world, and you can just do the quest. Like, for instance, right now, here, I think I'm doing something about killing, what is this part of the quest, actually? Obtain Gat Meat, right? Yeah, over here I have to get Gat Meat. So Gat Meat means I need to go kill some random monsters that are around here. Now, in case you guys are wondering which class I am playing, I'm playing a Paladin. I started off playing a Gunner, and then I switched the class of the Paladin because you guys know me. I'm more about all that Iron Breaker and whatnot. So, obviously, I wanted to come in here. Sword and Shield, although I'm not a big fan of Paladins in general. I'm just a fan of, you know, tank and spank. But Paladin is the only way that you can get the good old tank and spank experience. So our quest right now is beating the crap out of these Gaul dudes. And you guys are seeing me swing my sword wildly and whatnot. And you guys are wondering right now, what kind of combat is this? Is this tab targeting? Is this, you know, action combat? And it is a weird mix of both. It actually feels kind of weird in a way, because I don't think I've played an MMO that controlled quite like this. Now, as you see, whenever I move the targeting reticule, you'll notice that it highlights targets, which means that is going to be the target that you're going to be damaging, unless you're doing an AoE attack, where you're going to be hitting everything that is close to you. But if I just come over here and start attacking this guy, I'll just hit him. Someone's also attacking my mobs, and it happens to be a Gunner. She's like shooting mortars at them. Okay. Thank you very much. I was trying to do a demonstration and you completely ruined it. Thank you. Maybe I will leave now. Maybe I'll just go somewhere else. Let's go over there and hopefully nobody will be following me so that I can do this one solo. And let's charge in using one of our charge abilities. There we go. As you can see, we're just damaging this one target. We can then switch. If we point at this guy, we're going to be damaging this guy. But we're not going to be, you know, hitting multiple targets with our single target abilities. But then we also have AoE abilities, which I haven't really used yet. This is just my basic combo that I'm using right now. And here we go again with the Mortar Hunter. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're so nice. You are so nice. You know, you're making a really good case for the community here. Go away. God damn it. But as I was saying, you can do all kinds of combos. Right now I was just using my basic combo, but the way combos work is essentially you use your left or your right mouse click. Currently, your main means of control are going to be the keyboard and mouse, because gamepad controls haven't really been refined yet, but it is something that they're thinking about doing. And I want to say that this game feels like it would be pretty much playable without any issues using a controller, on account of the fact that they essentially make stuff pop up like your next logical step in your combo, constantly pop up and associate that with the keys Q and E, which are very close to W, A, S, and D, and makes things rather convenient. So for instance, if I start attacking this guy, you'll notice that, okay, nothing popped up, but I can do a different attack, which is this. So this is if you hit right click right after your first attack. Then if you do your basic attack twice and then right click, you're going to get this attack, which is your kind of like single target nuke at the level that I'm at. And then if you hit him 3 times and hit the right button, then you will get a different attack. So you got this combo thing going on, which is pretty cool. And then, whenever you deal enough damage, you can perform a finishing move on your targets. So, this guy's probably getting pretty close to having the finishing move enabled. Come on. There we go. Finishing move, basically, I just call upon the wrath of Zeus. Not really, but I basically just bring forth lightning and obliterate my targets. Now, beyond the finishing move, there's a bunch of more spells that you can do. This character being the tank class, he's got two abilities that are shield, so I can do this, which will shield me, and I can also do this, which will also shield me. So there's two different types of shields that you can have for whenever you're like heavy-duty tanking, and there's also one ranged attack to pull so that you can get aggro on your enemies, which is this, just throws lightning at them. So that is kind of like the gist of the gameplay. You do combos and you kill your enemies and whatnot, and you do different quests. And to be completely honest, I'm not even sure if I'm doing any quests right now. Yeah, I actually am. I'm eliminating rebels in their camp. Like I said, this is very much an open area zone, so you're going to see multiple players here, and you're going to just see tons of, you know, typical MMORPG things. Like right now, it's just kill rebels, and I'm at 88% completionism. And once I kill the rebels, I also need to eliminate the scout tank, which is probably that further dot that I see up ahead. But the interesting thing about this is not just the fact that you can play your class. You also have these dodges that I haven't shown you guys yet, which is whenever you double tap any direction, your character will dodge. You have a number of charges that you can see right next to your health pool bar. You'll notice that they're recharging right now. And if I do it again, you'll notice it switches to 2, do it again, switches to 1, do it again, switches to 0, so that you can't just dodge to your heart's content until you're gone. Now, something that you guys will definitely notice is that, oh, wait a minute, your character moves kind of slow. And it's like, well, there's going to be mounts in the game. They're just not implemented. I believe they're going to be implemented in the open beta, which is obviously not yet, and I don't know exactly when it's going to be. Now, whenever you're fighting slightly harder monsters, you will notice that they have the health pool of the enemies that you're fighting right up top. Whenever you are fighting these tougher monsters, it will tell you how many bars you will have to go through before you actually kill them. So in this case, we still have 3 bars once we're done with the one that we're taking down right now. So there we go. Still 3 bars to go. We also have these dudes that are being annoying as hell. Get out of here, paladins. Now that ability that just popped up, which told me to press Q, is an ability that I have with the paladin that essentially allows me to do my spells without actually spending any mana, which is pretty cool for just nuking the crap out of stuff. Now, you can actually use this ability whenever you want, but what I tend to do is, due to the game's like smart combo system, what it does is it lets you spend all of your mana, and when you're running low on mana, it tells you you should activate this skill so that you can keep going and you can keep nuking, which is actually really efficient. Like, the way the game handles combos, I think is really, really well done. But then there's also a special attack that I can do in the paladin that really shows off the special effects. I really like this attack. This attack is pretty cool. Something that I find very, very nice is the combat animations. The walking and running animations I kind of feel need a little bit more polish. I mean, I constantly see my character and it looks like he's a cowboy who's been riding for way too long. Oh. Move away from that and just got myself smacked. Wow, there's so many cryo mages in here. This particular level is being extremely annoying with the cryo mages and stuff. Here, take this. Get completely obliterated. So it is a nice visual spectacle in a way, which I like. I mean, it's kept me motivated enough to just keep on playing through the visuals and the combat and whatnot. But the other thing that I find really cool is that you can switch classes whenever you want. So like right now, we're a paladin, but I'm like, okay, I want to switch, and I want to become a gunner, which is the other class that I've been playing. I will show you all the classes just to give you a basic idea, but gunner is the only one where I have a couple more skills beyond the paladin. So here's the gunner class. This is what the gunner armor looks like. Your armor is purely cosmetic, at least in this build. I'm not sure if they're going to switch that for the final version or not. I will show you guys how the cosmetic stuff works. But now, if you guys notice, the way that the gunner works is very, very different. I mean, you basically have a minigun and you shoot the crap out of people. Now, this might seem like I'm actually aiming my minigun. No, this is still tap targeting. But basically, I'm aiming at my target, and the thing is just like focusing my target down. Now, the way gunner works is whenever you heat your weapon, basically whenever you shoot your weapon in that minigun mode, it generates your resource. And then you have to switch to this mode, which is like bazooka mode, and you can keep on shooting. And he also has these really cool grenades that blow up your enemies in the middle of the air, which is very, and I do mean very, satisfying. Then he's also got a nice little flamethrower, and you can just kite people to Kingdom Come, because he's also got this special teleportation grenade, which I just tossed the grenade over there. I can come over here, teleport back, and nobody even saw me. Hello. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm going to do the grenade on you, dude. You're going to get naded. You're going to get naded, son. You ready for this? Have this. Is my grenade about to pop up? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Give me my grenade. Here. Oh, I killed him. Damn it. I wanted to do the grenade. Grenade would have been very, very satisfying. But this is the gunner, and I really liked playing the gunner at the start, but then I just began, you know, feeling that lack of melee, that I just kind of feel the need to beat something down every now and then. But he's also got an AoE attack for whenever you are running into tons and tons of monsters, which is pretty beastly as well. The problem with this attack is that, here, have this grenade. Boom, boom. I love the way the grenade works, because the grenade just kind of like, there's one blast, and then it chucks them in a different direction that they were running, and then it explodes, and they're just gone. They're just obliterated. That's most of the finishers, though. The way finishers work is that stuff just explodes, or people just get disintegrated. At least that's been my experience with most of the classes that I've played. So Gunner, very satisfying, lots of fun. Paladin is your basic tanky dude with tons of lightning. But those have been the two classes that I've played the most. Now, the classes that are currently available on the beta, I do believe that Gunner and Berserker are only available to people who buy a Founders Pack. I don't think they're available for people who just got invited regularly, so maybe some of you guys will not be able to see the Hunter gameplay and whatnot. But regardless of that, let's switch on to the Berserker, which is a class that I haven't really been playing all that much. And you guys might be wondering, well, what the hell is the deal here? How can you just keep changing classes? Did you level up all the classes? How do they level up? No, I have not leveled up all the classes. The way things work is that in order for you to level up, you essentially have to gather these crystals. These crystals, you can gather them by doing missions. There's the red crystals, there's the green crystals, there's the blue crystals. And if you notice, as you go through this tree, like to unlock this node, you would need a red crystal. To unlock this one, red crystal, green crystal, blue crystal, so on and so forth. And this is like the tree for the Berserker. And you guys are like, oh, but that's just a very linear tree. And it is. But it should reach a point where it divides, which is here. When you get to this point, you will be able to choose if you want to go up or you want to go down. But at the end of the day, if you really want to max out a class, you're going to have to put all the talents in there. There's no like builds on this particular section, like through the Atlas system. There's no build specific. It's just more like, what do you want to have first if you really want to max out a class? However, once you're done here, there is another section that gives you a chance to make a build, which uses talents, which if you notice, there's like 20 talents over here and only 10 slots over here, which you will unlock through time. So as you play your character, eventually you will be able to make a build specifically tailored to your needs with these different talents. That is going to be what differentiates your character from other characters. But you're going to have to level up for quite some time. I think I've been playing for like 10 hours. And I've only had access to 3 talents so far. The rest of it has just been very much cookie cutter. Keep putting points into whatever seems reasonable. So you guys haven't really seen the Berserker, and honestly, I haven't really played the Berserker, so I don't really know what the Berserker is all about. But basically, it seems to me like he's just a two-handed dude. And it looks like I can jump on top of stuff, and I have the chain sword, and I can do all these combos as well. Now, this character, not going to be as strong as my Paladin, because I haven't played it. However, it is still able to keep up with the stuff at the level that I'm at. I mean, not as efficiently, because then again, I also don't know how to fight with it. I would also have to learn how to use the damn thing. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it looks like we're going to die here, because I just don't know how to use this character. But it's fine. When you die, you just get resurrected. I don't think you actually lose anything. I've never noticed losing anything. It looks like we completed a quest. So whenever you complete quests, you just press F. You receive your reward and the stuff just keeps on going. And damn it, that was a weapon, and now I got a berserker weapon. Usually when you get drops, they tend to be associated with the class that you have, which is why I now got a really beefy berserker weapon, and I'm going to equip it. And what I really like about the inventory system is how convenient it is. So it's like, okay, I unequip this weapon, what do I do with it now? You disassemble it for materials. And why do you want to disassemble it for materials? Because the way upgrades work in the game is brilliant. Now, if you pay attention, there's these little things on top here. And each of these things will give you different bonuses when you upgrade them. But you'll notice that they're linked to the items, but you're not upgrading the items themselves. You're upgrading this thing. So for instance, upgrading this will buff all of will buff relevant stats for the use of rings and whatnot. And it also increases the bonus of accessories when they are equipped. So if you want to increase the bonuses from rings, you upgrade this thing. Right now, the upgrade that I'm working on is for the weapons, and that applies to all classes. So for instance, right now I have rank 2 in weapons upgrade, and I also have might plus 92. If I do an upgrade, which I can, because I have 12 of these things, which you get from unenchanting stuff. Also, we seem to have a level 66 ring, but it doesn't seem to be better than anything we have, so we're going to disenchant that as well. Whenever you disassemble, you get more of these parts, and these parts can then be used to upgrade. So we'll upgrade this, and we can actually upgrade it twice, and it's going to increase the level of might, which flat out reduces the damage. And the beauty of this is that it applies to any class. So it's like, oh, I feel like playing a cryomancer now. Change class. You will notice you have to be out of combat to do this, by the way. The armors are changing automatically because I just have this set to class armor. But you will notice, where is it? I'm still getting acquainted with the menus. You'll notice that this is still at rank 2. So it is still providing you with 110 might, so it is still increasing your damage. Same thing for this one, which is currently rank 1. I've upgraded all the way to rank 1. Same thing with this one. So you're constantly getting bonuses from your gear, regardless of which class you have equipped, and you don't have to waste any time upgrading items, at least at this point in the game. And I really do hope that they keep going this way, because I think it's a lot better if you just upgrade, you know, something generalistic, and then you can just switch classes willy-nilly whenever you feel like it. So this is the Cryomancer, and I am terrible at playing the Cryomancer, and also I have not leveled him up at all. But essentially he shoots out little bolts of lightning, and he can charge some bolts of lightning. And he can also do this, which is a cone of cold that freezes people, which is what the dudes were using on me. Then he can also do his little finisher thing that just freezes people and then he explode. But yeah, this is the Cryomancer, so if you like frost mages and whatnot, this is probably the class you want to go for. There you go, take that, you fiend! But it is not my style at all, so we're going to be switching it up again. So you guys have seen Zerker, Gunner, Paladin, Lightbinder is the only one I haven't really shown you yet, and it's probably the worst class that I have. Now, Lightbinder just does these weird attacks, which also buff other players. He's not necessarily a healer. Wow, his gear looks pretty sweet, though. He's not necessarily a healer, but he can do supporty-like stuff just through his regular attacks. Although I'm not familiar with his combos, so we have this, which brings stuff from the air. You can also use a finishing move, apparently. Let's see what this guy's finishing move is. Well, it just obliterates stuff. Again, finishing moves are pretty much always the same. And you can see that even though I'm struggling a little bit because I'm not familiar with the class, you can definitely tell that the class is still powerful enough to handle on its own with the current levels that I'm at and whatnot, despite me having never played it. So if at any point you want to switch classes, it is somewhat viable. You might want to, like, you know, level it up a little bit with crystals and whatnot. But apart from that, you can just switch classes willy-nilly, and it is not a problem. Now, beyond switching classes, there's another thing that is pretty cool, which is the customization of your characters. Now, since I have one of the Founders Pack, I have extra outfits and whatnot. You can just leave yourself with the stuff that is for your class, which is the case right now. This is the clothing for my class, so whenever I switch classes, clothing switches automatically to whatever the clothing is for that class. but I can also have headwear, and I can also have my class headwear. So like this is what the typical paladin would look like at this point in game. However, as you play through the game, you'll unlock different outfits and you can look whichever way you want. So let's say, okay, I don't want to look like a paladin, I want to look like a friggin' rock star. So let's do this. Now let's remove the mask. Oops, it's the headwear actually. There we go. Save that. And boom, we're a rock star now. We're done. See? That's how easy it is to do character customization in the game. Now, obviously, you have to unlock these outfits, which I think you have to gather materials and whatnot to buy them. Or if you buy the Founders Pack, I mean, I'm going to assume that this is going to be where they're going to be making the most money with the game. At least, I hope so. In the cosmetic stuff, so that players can, you know, oh, I don't like buying cosmetic things, so you can just keep playing the game for free and not really be ridiculously outgunned by someone else just because they spend money. I hope that is what they're going to do with it, but again, I'm not sure. This is still in closed beta stages. Who knows what they're going to be doing? But yeah, this outfit actually looks a little bit ridiculous right now, so we're going to be changing that. I have a couple of more outfits. Let's do this. You can also choose through a different variety of hats and whatnot, headgear, as well as a different variety of masks and glasses. Now, unfortunately, I selected a poor headgear. There. You can have regular glasses, you can have sunglasses, you can have like the whatever you want to call these, the cool sunglasses. You can have a mask, which you can combine with, let's say, that, and you can put it in, I don't know. The clothes that I have actually don't combine that well with the hood. Like, I think the one that would combine the most is this. And even this, like, you kind of need a cloak to make the hood work, I feel. But if you want to look like a ninja, you can do that. You can also have earrings, which you're probably not going to be able to see through that. But there you go. But yeah, we're not going to be using any of that. And it looks like we're being attacked. So let's get rid of all these dudes. Complete a couple of quests as we go through here, play our paladin. Actually, I should show you guys a different type of area, because this is the open area, like I said, but there's different types of missions that you have to do. Now, if you guys watch Force, you guys will have noticed that he's complained quite a bit about the fact that the first 8 hours of the game is basically grinding the same levels over and over. Now, I am not sure if that is a beta thing, or if that is going to be in the final game. I hope it's not in the final game, because he is right. It is exactly the way he said it. It's like you have to spend around 8 hours just doing the same content, which I will show you guys in a bit here. Let's just... Oh, come on. Get killed already. One of the things that I definitely like is the combat animations. I think they're really well done. But again, like I complained earlier, one of the problems I feel is the walking animation is just not as solid as the rest of it. I mean, just look at it. It's like, I've been riding my horse all day, my ass hurts like hell, and I have to run like this. And for some reason, my character is from the south. I really like this attack, like the one that shoots out 2 blades, and this is AoE too, so it's pretty cool. And the one that shoots out lightning. I mean, I just like these animations, you know. I feel these animations are solid, they're impactful, and it's just fun to use. Now, another thing that I haven't been able to do yet is dungeons with other players, because so far, all the stuff that I have available to me can be soloed, or at least the game says it can, because I've reached the point that I wasn't really able to solo stuff, so I still don't know if everything is soloable or not. Let's get rid of a couple more of these. And looks like we completed another quest. And if you notice, this particular quest that we just completed is rewarding us with 21 green crystals, which is the stuff that we need to upgrade for the green nodes. And that is how you essentially level up your character. So let's just break through a couple more of these. Wow, Winger Vampires, these are going to take a while if I'm not careful. And I might actually die. No, that is unacceptable. You guys need to stop leeching my health. Shield up again. Oh, this is not going to work out. Damn it. I got a little bit too greedy there. That's fine, though. I needed to come back here anyway so that I can show you guys the map. So this is the stuff that I can do right now. And you will notice that some of these have crystals in them, which indicates the type of crystal that you get if you do that specific mission. So for instance, if I do this one, it actually has a +2 bonus. So if I do Factory 501, I'm going to get twice the amount of crystals, and I'm going to get like 38, so it's going to be 70 something, 74 or something like that. No, not 74, 76. It's going to be 76 crystals that I should be getting if I complete this. Or I can go do this version, but it seems that this one is harder than the other one. They also tell you about how long you're going to take to do that specific level. There's also some PvP stuff, but I haven't been able to queue for that. I guess there's not a lot of people queuing for PvP right now. And then there's also things that you can get, like this item is specifically for your followers. There's a ton of mechanics around this game. I mean, after all, it is an MMO. So it's supposed to have tons and tons of mechanics. And it looks like there's going to be a tactical situation update, which means that these missions are going to change around, like the bonuses that you get and whatnot. So I'm almost thinking I should have just went for this one because I do need the red crystals, but it's whatever. So there we go. The situation updated. Now this mission is giving us blue crystals. This one's giving us green crystals, and we no longer have... Oh, here we go. Curious gives us twice. It's only hard, and it gives us 48. Okay, we'll do this. You can play as Paladin even if you do not have access to it yet, as well as receive an increased reward. What do you mean? Yeah, let's do Paladin. I don't have access to it yet, but I've already done this mission. Oh, no, wait. I guess it's just in case I didn't have the Paladin class yet, but I thought you get the Paladin right at the start. Regardless, the way this works is you just go from point A to point B and destroy everything. That's pretty much what you do in these missions. So we're going to go through here, going to get a couple of bugs off. These guys are going to get killed instantly because they're not all that challenging. And this is how you get loot. Whenever loot drops, you just press space and picks it up. What's this? Collect emanations. Oh, it's a side quest that we have to do here. That's fine. We'll just get... Oh, looks like my charge currently just... looks like my charge has been upgraded to do an AoE pull, which is very interesting. I was not aware of that. Now, you'll also notice that I have a little bit of ping. Again, I'm going to attribute it to the fact that it is beta, but I'm actually not playing in the US servers. So I'm in Europe, and I'm playing in the European servers, so that might be something that they have to optimize a little bit. Let's pick this up. And let's keep moving forward. Now, whether or not you like this depends on your tolerance for, you know, repeating stuff. Because, I mean, that is what MMOs are at the end of the day. It's, they find ways that the developers of MMOs, they try to get you to essentially play this game for as long as possible. So they're going to give you incentives to play the game as long as possible. Now, one of the fears that I had was that they were going to force you to level up the other classes. So like, let's say, maybe leveling a Paladin would give you benefits as a Berserker or something like that. Luckily, that doesn't seem to be the case at this point. I was looking through it, and why can't I pick up stuff? Damn it! I seem to be in combat for some reason, which means that I can't use the pickup button. Fine, let's just kill the Death Poisoner. So this is actually a boss, which means that this fight is going to be a lot more challenging than the other stuff that you've seen. Looks like I have a new ability. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, what the hell? I hadn't seen that one. That is pretty cool. Again, I like the animations on these a lot. No, dude, you're not getting that. I'm going to pop it open, and you're going to eat that poison. Now, these yellow orbs that are coming out of him, these are essentially... these are heals that I can get if I take damage. So notice when I pick these up, I get healed. That is kind of how they make up for the fact that there are no healers in the game. They just kind of, you know, make enemies pop up orbs that you can pick up and heal yourself with. But they're not going to be popping often enough when you're doing relevant content, because I kind of over-level this content right now. I don't even know why it said it was hard. I should have updated for my character. Again, beta is beta. Looks like we got a green item over here, which I can't pick up. Because for some reason, I think the game still thinks I'm in combat. Come on. Oh, it looks like there's something red. Oh, it's that thing. This thing is locking me in combat, really? Probably was. Let me see if I can pick this up now. Yeah. That little barrel was locking me into combat. That was so frustrating. Oh, there's something there. No! Damn it, I needed that. That's part of my side quest. That's fine. Just pick this up. And I will pick this up because this is definitely an item. Sparks of Creation, Ring of Strength. And we're getting a ton of sparks, which is what we want. And particularly off of this level, we definitely want the red sparks. Because, if you notice, I will show you guys the Atlas right after this fight. Dodge that.
We ran here seeking safety.
Oh, you were seeking safety. The voice acting right now is terrible. They definitely need to polish that up if they want to be believable even, because it's not good. It is not good at all. So, but usually that is one of the things that tends to get polished up later on in the cycle, or maybe not. Who knows? Because at the end of the day, this is an MMO, and voice acting, I don't think for this title is going to be their main concern. Then again, I could be wrong. Who knows? Get rid of all these guys here. I love doing these attacks. It's just a very visually satisfying experience, I find. Charge in there. Again, I haven't done PvP, so don't ask me about it. Take this, guys. This attack has a really long cooldown. Then again, not as much cooldown as the little leap attack I did earlier. There's a phone ringing in this area, but I haven't really seen where that phone is. Oh, actually, it's not a phone, it's an alarm. Never mind. Get wrecked, Azvang warrior. Pick up all this stuff. We just received a sword. Should also take a look at that. I need to switch my armor as well, which is something that I haven't been doing. I'm lagging a little bit. You can see the ping onto the left side as well as the frames per second. The game still needs to be a little bit optimized, I feel. Definitely. I mean, it's looking decent for a beta, but it definitely still needs a lot of optimization before their final versions. So let's pick up the stuff, and let's actually switch our armor and whatnot, as well as show you guys the Atlas. So as you guys can see, the next node that I have to unlock is red. That's the reason why I want to do this mission, and if you pay attention, it actually shows you how far along you are. Now, at a certain point in the game, you will be actually picking up nodes that, items that can apply to any of the nodes in the game. So things become a little bit more, flexible. It's like, oh, you don't have to get just red stuff. You can get red stuff, and you can get the stuff for your class, and it will work just fine. This is another boss fight. This one involves a bunch of ads. But we can kill the ads pretty easily at this point. Since, like I said, I am a little bit over-leveled for this mission. I'm just kind of grinding it for the little gemstones that I'm going to get, so that I can level up my character. As a matter of fact, I would love to get enough to level up the character. Oh, it looks like he's summoning ads. There we go, a couple of ads. Give me more. You got more ads or not so much? There we go, here's another one. Wow, did he just die? That was really fast. And that one just disappeared out of nowhere. There we go, takes care of that. There's another one over there. And he's dead. And finally the boss is down again. I'm gonna dodge that. And we're out of mana at this point, so we're gonna have to build up mana. The way that you build up mana with the Paladin is you just do your regular combo. Your right clicks are usually the ones that use up your mana, so just gonna build up my mana a little bit there. There we go. Picked up another item, another shield. Let's just check our inventory and see if there's any upgrades. And the way they do this, they actually also make it pretty easy to check if you have upgrades. Usually when you have an upgrade, there will be a red arrow pointing down on the item that can be upgraded. So looking at it like this means we have no upgrades. So we can just go ahead and break everything. Wait a minute. Are we sure this is not an upgrade? Unable to change weapon during promo? Am I in combat? I should be able to change weapons right now. Weird. I don't know what the deal is. Probably got something to do with what happened at the start of this scenario, because you guys noticed that something weird happened. There we go. But I'm gonna save that sword because obviously I'm gonna be able to use that weapon. Am I in the right class right now? Yeah. I understand. I think something went wrong there. Again, beta is beta. Bugs are to be expected. Let's take this. Trophies. Trophies are basically, as far as I can tell, trash that you can just sell to vendors. We are lagging really hard right now, which is why you're seeing the animations being a little bit glitched. Let's get rid of this dude. There's one more boss that we have to do, and now we're pretty much done with this level, so that I can show you guys just the base town and whatnot, and what you guys can do there. Because there's still a lot more mechanics to this game. The reason I don't want to switch classes right now, by the way, is because there was that extra reward if you were playing a paladin for this mission, which I do want to get. Am I still in combat? Yeah, I am. With this. Break that. Yeah. I was in combat with that for some reason. Charge in here. 1, 2, 3, and...
We ran here seeking safety, but there were mantides everywhere.
Come on, let me pick this up. I like picking up all the things. Oh, it's one of my buffs. It seems that's doing it. And we should be pretty close to the final boss at this point, so I'm just going to charge in here. Obliterate all of them. Takes care of that. Wow, this class is actually getting a lot better with this pulling ability that he's got. And there's the final boss. I'm actually just going to run to it, and whatever comes with me comes with me. I'll be fine. Charge! Ferocious Illyra. Bring all the things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna back off. Oh crap, we need more mana. Which is the button? I think it's this one. Ugh. Oh, come on, I needed one more hit. Let's just need the charge attack. Cleaning up shop. Now, when you actually reach the point where you get your god form, which I haven't yet, I'm assuming it's closer to endgame type of thing. I'm not even sure if the god form is even implemented. I'm assuming it is because it's such a big deal, but you'll probably also have to grind quite a bit that I'm not going to for a closed alpha. But once you get to the point where you get your god form, you can actually switch classes in combat as well, which is pretty interesting. And not only that, but like your class will dictate what your god form will do. It will also dictate like the appearance of your god form, and you can probably customize that as well. There's just a ton of interesting stuff if you're into character customization, so long as you can put up with the grind. Again, because, I mean, let's face it, every MMO has grind. That's the whole point of MMOs, is the grind, the endgame grind, which is also going to be a big deal on whether or not this game succeeds. It's going to be if it's got a decent endgame, which I can't really answer that yet, because I just don't know. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage here. But there's a bunch of bubbles lying around. We'll just go pick those up. Thank you. Thank you very much for the help. Now, get skewed! Really just trying to do my best combo in there. She's only got 3 health bars left. But again, this would be a lot more fun if I could actually queue for this with friends, which I don't know anyone that is currently playing this beta, so it's really not an option for me. Oh, we got a blue item. Thank you very much. Ring of Spirit ×1, although I doubt that any of those is an upgrade. And look at that, we received 174 crystals. That's pretty sweet. Thank you very much. And we also got an A for that quest. I wasn't even aware that they did scoring on quests, because usually I just skip through all that. Now they're taking us back to where we were, and we're going to port back to the city so that I can show you guys a couple more things. So let's go back to the Citadel, the Relic of Casalia. Looks like we completed a quest somewhere. And essentially, this is like your main hub area. They should be taking us to the observatory right now. And a big portion of the start of the game is you just running back and forth through here, getting quests and then going back to that world, which takes you to the map screen that you can select where you're going to go next. Now, it looks like we have enough stuff to upgrade our character, so essentially what you do is double click, boom. So now we have plus 13 might, which means our character just does more base damage. Then we can do the blue one because we have enough blue crystals, as you guys can see. They need to change the color of these things, probably. So we're going to upgrade this. It's going to increase our luck, which increases critical damage. And we don't have enough green ones to go for the stamina bonus, so that is going to have to wait. But you will notice that it changed. Oh, actually, we do have enough. So we're going to do that. And you will notice that the color changes depending on whether or not you can upgrade your thing. Looks like we just spent Sparks of Justice. Yeah, we're spending Sparks of Justice, essentially. But we're going to keep going forward, but we don't have enough anymore. We just don't have enough Sparks. But if you notice, this thing changes colors to tell you which node you're working on currently. So right now, the next node is green. So if you look here, it will tell you your next objective is to get green things. To kind of, just keep things simple. Also, I've been meaning to change the way my character looks for quite some time now. Let's do this, and let's also give him a nice hat. These guys know that I like a nice hat, A nice little hat. There you go. And we now have a quest to hand in here. The Relic of Casalia. Let's see if there's some dialogue in here so that you guys can actually hear that. Marcus asked me to tell you this, yada yada yada, gravedigger, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's no actual dialogue on this one. It's fine. So we got a couple more quests that we got to do now. One of them, developing talents. I thought we already had done the developing talents quest line. Maybe we're going to get a bonus talent? That'd be cool. Did we get a bonus talent? That might have been a thing. And equipment, as you can see, this is the thing that I was telling you. Whenever you're supposed to upgrade gear, it is going to tell you you should replace this with something like the sword that we found earlier. And apparently also a shield that we found earlier, which is plus 85 versus our 76. Then we also have a ring. This is 76, 66, 66, and 68. So we want to replace one of these two. Spirit or strength. Actually, it's luck and spirit. I want to have, I want to focus on damage, so we're going to take this. Ooh, Valor and Spirit. Pretty beast. Can also replace this one with this. 74. Strength and luck. And now we're golden. We've pretty much done all the upgrades that we should have done, and which means we can go into the bag and just break everything else. Disassemble. No use for this. Disassemble. And we get the parts that we can then use to further upgrade the damage of our items. And that's pretty much the cycle that you're going to be going through. Now, we have another quest over there, but I wanted to show you guys some other stuff. Because beyond just doing missions, you're also building up a following. And building up a following means that you're going to get adepts and whatnot. And I'm actually going to go to the statue so that I can show you that. Looks like we spent quite a bit of money, though. But if you go to the Hall of Greatness, they actually have a statue of me there. Because I have worshippers now, because I'm an immortal and whatnot. And being an immortal, you have your worshippers, which eventually are the people who are going to cause you to become a god. Their faith in you is what gives you power when you are in your god form. So the statue at the very end, that is my statue. And as I do great deeds, I will attract people to my statue, which means I can hire them for a fee. So let's say I want to hire this dude. Just come up here, hire him, but it will cost me 19,000, which I currently don't have. I only have 3,900, so I can't actually hire him. And you can see that the statue's got my beard and stuff, so that is a statue of me. And these are currently the followers that I can hire, and these are the followers that I've already hired. Actually, adepts, whatever you want to call them. And I actually just sent all these guys out on missions, which means I can now collect my just rewards. How do I collect stuff? Accept offerings. Oh, these are new quests, which means the other ones were already completed and they just gave me this thing. This can be used to transform adepts into missionaries and eventually to do stuff in provinces. You can also put them on churches and whatnot, which also influences your godhood. So there's a whole thing about managing your followers, because you're going to eventually become a god, so you have to have that aspect of management in there as well. So that is the follower management aspect of things, which also I haven't gotten into all that much. You guys have seen an instance. You guys have seen the open world area. There will be mounts, like I said. And that is pretty much it. This is Skyforge. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if there's any questions that you guys have. Maybe I can answer them in the comment section below if I maybe forgot something or whatever. Thank you very much for watching. Leave me all your comments, feedback, kinds of good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.